What's your job? Find out in this episode of 5 Minutes Closer. I'm Vaughn Weatherford, and this is 5 Minutes Closer. For the next 5 minutes, let's explore some biblical truths and apply them to your life. No podcast, including this one, can transform your life or give you what you really need. Only Jesus can do that. You can find out why in what I've called the first five episodes of 5 Minutes Closer. Each following episode explores scriptural truths that, if you follow them, will bring you 5 minutes closer to the person God created you to be. Let's see if we can get you 5 minutes closer. I'm sure there were days I drove my dad crazy. My dad enjoyed working on cars. He also enjoyed me not working on his cars. He knew I would mess it up, so he basically wanted me to stay out of it. But I'd hang around the garage, usually peppering him with questions about how I could help. We went through the fetch that tool phase, but I was never quite fast enough with the correct size wrench. Or, to put it another way, my dad could walk across the garage, melt some steel, and forge his wrench before I could figure out which one was the 1/4 inch. So my dad would find me other jobs to do. They ranged from moving the fan that kept vibrating out of position to cleaning the tools after he finished. I'm convinced my dad had the cleanest toolbox in the neighborhood. I became quite the expert tool polisher. I may not have known which wrench was correct, but you could see your reflection in it, whichever one it was. I've since learned that not having mechanical skills is not all that bad. There are some wonderful people that know everything there is to know about your car. You take it to them and they fix it. What a concept. God taught Moses this vital lesson as well. Moses could not construct the tabernacle all by himself, but that wasn't a problem. God had prepared the people who could. Exodus chapter 31 verses 1 through 5 list several people who were craftsmen, artisans, metalworkers, and carvers. According to verse 5, Israel had those who could work in every craft. God gave Moses 6 chapters of very specific instructions for building the tabernacle. Each of the instructions was important. Every detail of the tabernacle had significance, both for the practical reasons of construction, but more importantly, for the meaning behind the items that were within the tabernacle. Moses could not do it all. As far as we know, Moses couldn't do any of it. He wasn't a builder, a carpenter, a metalworker, or an artisan. He herded sheep. That was good training for leading people through the wilderness, but not so much for building a tabernacle. God had a plan. He prepared Moses to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. He prepared others to build the tabernacle. What has God prepared you to do? Your service for Christ makes all the difference. Sometimes we may think, why am I doing this? I'm never going to do anything that matters. Be careful when you say that. God may be preparing you for something great. No doubt He has some crucial things for you to do. You need to be ready when He gives you the call. Look for ways you can use your gifts and talents for the Lord. God has prepared you to work in His kingdom work. You can spend your life on the insignificant, or you can prepare for what God has for you to do. Nothing is more important. So get ready. God has a job for you. And now, you're 5 minutes closer. My prayer is that these 5 minutes have challenged you, inspired you, and caused you to consider applying God's message for your life from His Word. To find out more, visit our website at 5minutescloser.com. Join me next time to see if we can get you 5 minutes closer.